Hey there, thanks for joining. Dr. Barry Reed, Mason Spine and Injury Center. Had some extra time on my hands recently. So we're doing some video series about typical things that we all have and how chiropractic care may be able to help you with a couple of them. So today's subject is trigger points. Trigger points, what are they? Trigger points are where the muscles contract and have too much tension. They're too tight. There's too high a tone, as we call it. And when they get tight, sometimes it's difficult to let them relax. All different types of ways to allow the tone or the trigger points to let go or relax. You can even do it mentally. You can take deep breaths and focus your attention on a certain area. And if you do it often enough, sometimes that will help release the trigger point or the tight muscles. You can push on them. That's not much fun. Most people don't like that, and it hurts because when you're pushing on them, the reaction to the muscle is not favorable. Sometimes you can compress the nerves. Sometimes you have tingling, numbness. All of those in pain, obviously, if you're pressing directly on a trigger point. That's not very easy to do either. Massage therapy can help. Physical therapy can help. Stretching the area may be able to help. All of these are valid ways to help with the trigger points. How does chiropractic do it specifically? We can use one of two or three different methods. We can use the stretches. So let's say, for instance, you have a set of trigger points or a trigger point in your trap, your trapezius muscle. We can give you some stretches to help release the tension and stretch that muscle fiber out. That usually helps. It may not completely get rid of it, but that's a good way to start. Also, we use pressure point technique, where we take our fingers, we take thumbs, and I find the worst of the trigger points and as easily as we can, press into those trigger points. And when you press and hold, the muscle fibers in the trigger point areas, usually right up here and sometimes in this area, they will release. Sometimes you have to hold it for a minute or so while you're taking deep breaths and you're focusing on your relaxation. When those trigger points are being pressed, they will eventually release. That's another technique. Also, if you've got something out of position that's causing the trigger points to begin with, then put the thing back in position, maybe one of the 7 vertebrae in your neck. Maybe something in your upper back. Maybe your shoulder is tight. Any of those things. Maybe you've had some stress recently. Any of those will eventually, potentially get to a trigger point. Once you've got them, let's get rid of them. I'm not saying that we can help every single case, but if you've got some trigger points, we have valid, proven methods that can help alleviate, sometimes all the way, get rid of your trigger points. Again, thank you for joining us. Dr. Barry Reed, Mason Spine and Injury Center. Please let us know when you're ready. We'll be happy to help. Thanks.